Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the Superstars of Wrestling review series for the 16th of uh, November 1991. Really cool stuff as we are a couple of weeks away from the Survivor Series. I was never a Survivor Series fan as a kid. I came in time for 89 was the first one that I saw live, and it just never resonated with me. I know a lot of people liked it. Rockers out in an enhancement match here, a couple of weeks before they split off. They have their split sometime in December or early January. They are wearing different tights that I don't think we've seen before. If we've seen them, not too many times. Tassels and kind of bluish tie-dye tights. Barry Horowitz is here, which makes things good. There's a miscommunication, though, between Marty Jannetty and Barry Horowitz for sure. It turned into a gut wrench suplex, but definitely is a miscommunication. Shawn Michaels has some challenges. He also starts using more strike-based offense, kind of a quasi to his heel turn, and there's some miscommunication between the Rockers there. They're kind of talking and kind of lost as to where they're going a little bit, but Michaels follows up and kind of goes there, and they let the enhancement talent get behind him a little bit. Michaels is a little more animated than normal, and we always realize that eventually is the reason for his issues, and it splits off. Anyway, Michaels is not happy with the way the match is going, but eventually the Rockers do get the win. We then see the Beverly Brothers basically taking credit for the injuring of Jim Neidhart, and Beverly Brothers are very happy with themselves. We move into another enhancement challenge match. This is with the debut, at least the Superstars debut, of the Repo Man. Repo Man manages to punch, kick, and choke his adversary, punches to the midsection as well as to the throat. Of course, Repo Man, the former Smash of Demolition, does look reasonably different, although the tattoo that Smash has is a pretty clear indication. You can't really hide that very well. The toe rope of the Repo Man is used post the match, before or after some hip tosses and the half grab submission. Basically, the Repo Man tries to hang his opponent. Jake Roberts and team are gloating about the fact that, in fact, Sid Justice is off of his Survivor Series team, and they have an advantage. We move into, I guess, another sweeps match that wouldn't be if it wasn't a sweeps match, as Greg the Hammer Valentine faces off against IRS in what has to be considered one of the first major challenges for the IRS character. Valentine has slowed down by this point, manages to go to the corner, hits a second rope elbow, which for the Hammer is a big deal. They go to the outside, do some brawling, and neither guy really gets ahead. Hammer goes after the leg and some clotheslines on IRS. Pretty simple stuff, but in any event, IRS coming back to his feet and manages to gain a victory eventually here. Actually, I believe he gains the victory by cheating and the use of the ropes, if I remember correctly. Anyway, the referee goes down or gets a shot to the eye. IRS grabs the briefcase and gets the cheating win that way. We then go to the Survivor Series Event Center, where Piper, Virgil, Bret Hart, and the British Bulldog are all pretty hyped up. Virgil wants to get rid of DiBiase once and for all, and he's actually pretty vocal for the team. I don't know that they were doing much more there, but Bret Hart talks about being shocked and how uncool and unnecessary that was. The Undertaker basically says that Hogan is going to rest in peace at Survivor Series, and he's going to repossess and own the belt. Flair basically says as the real world champion, he represents his team, but he's got the best team ever assembled, and that's the extent of Survivor Series hype. Jack Tunney says he's taken under advisement the fact that people want the Macho Man Randy Savage reinstated. He's going to continue to take that under advisement. The Natural Disasters are out next. Power moves by Typhoon, punch, kick, choke, and some splashes in the corner by both Earthquake and Typhoon. And then tag off, big splash, and whatever have you. Basically, a Hulk Hogan stickered casket has been put onto the set of the funeral parlor. Hogan gets jumped from behind thanks to a distraction from Ric Flair. Ric Flair calls himself the real world's champion. Hogan is eye to eye with Flair. He says he is the real deal, and the Undertaker comes out of a standing coffin that is on the set of the funeral parlor. Both Flair and the Undertaker, using an urn from behind, lay Hogan out. Hogan cannot defend himself. This leads to Roddy Piper and others going down to the Randy Savage as well, going down to help Hogan to his feet and help him off the set. They both grab chairs to try and run the Undertaker off. It works, at least temporarily, and that is that. The heinousness of the fact that Hogan was attacked in such a manner is a big deal to especially Vince, but all of the announcers since they're baby faces. British Bulldog here, getting ready for his match at the Survivor Series. I still think the plan was to pair him off with Big Bully Busick. I don't really know how that went, as it didn't seem that Busick stayed around too long. Vertical suplex and a power slam later, and the Bulldog is victorious. We then move, and Tito Santana has replaced the Dragon Ricky Steamboat on the Survivor Series team. Duggan and the Tornado are still there. They're missing a fourth member, but they're chanting USA, USA as we wander away. Bret Hart hyping a future upcoming match, this time with Big Bully Busick for the Intercontinental Championship next week. And it's weird to think Busick, who never really went that far, did get the championship match. Anyway, we are moving on to the next week. We'll be back with more right after this.